Everyone, it's me, Julie O'Connell. I'm coming on here just to do this live because I've seen some things behind the scenes that are not okay. People who support the drama channels do it for the clout and do it for the fame of being in certain channels who constantly troll others. I don't support trolling at all. I don't support this nonsense, but I have seen how it has hurt channels who are doing legitimate work and doing legitimate content. How if we don't do drama, it hurts our views. It hurts our clicks and views. I'm going to talk to you about something that's more serious in our country that I've seen personally happening. Teachers are quitting at an alarming rate during the holiday break because they've had enough. They really can't teach the way that they need to teach or discipline children the way that they need to discipline children. There have been poor behaviors that have been happening with this new generation, Generation Alpha, and the other students that are within the age groups. When I was growing up, I literally focused my studies on my studies. And I heard one teacher that's an English teacher in the 8th grade, 15% of her students only read at a 2nd grade level. That's an alarming rate, and another 15% only read at a preschool, kindergarten level. This is scary. They are forced to pass these students. They have to pass at least 20%. And they're told by their administrators that they don't have the resources to send them or to have these children evaluated. There was one child in one of the teachers' classrooms that was punching and kicking and biting an autistic girl that was nonverbal, that didn't lay a hand on anyone else. But yet, the parents of these students think it's okay and funny or laughing. I remember growing up as a child, we used to play outside until the sun went down. This no longer happens. People are giving their children iPads and iPhones to soothe them. And teachers are saying, why allow us to teach these children when they're getting the answers from AI? AI is a destructive force. We need to just not support AI at all in schools. I learned growing up, we had to write in cursive. Now they don't even teach that in schools. Cursive, and everybody does their style of cursive different because I've seen it. But they no longer teach this in the schools. And cursive is an art form. But I do support the teachers that are exposing these harmful practices that are happening in their schools. And I support the teachers that are had enough with the poor behaviors on the students' parts and the lack of parent knowledge of what's going on. And yes, it is very hard for a single parent household to absolutely control everything that happens in their household. I can tell you, when my brother was in Dr. Miller's class and I had Dr. Miller, he used to stomp on the floor so the books would shake off this teacher's desk. This teacher was a beautiful human being that did not deserve that to happen. And sadly, in the schools right now, they're learning that there's a lot of kids that disrespect the teachers on a daily basis. But yet, the administrators do not give the tools needed for the teachers to actually do their jobs. There is little respect on the students' eyes with the teachers. Or if they are forced to read 3 paragraphs, they think it's too long. That they don't have to read 3 paragraphs of an English poem. I remember growing up in high school, we were reading a lot of stories. And we were also doing creative writing and doing other stuff. Teachers are no longer allowed to teach the way that they need to teach. And our government has slashed funding for education over and over and over again. Teachers go out of their way to supply things with money out of their own pockets, like pencils, wands, other things to make the educational system fun and exciting, to be excited to learn. And when a child destroys that personal property that a teacher has bought with their own money, it's quite disgraceful. I remember back in the day when a child bullied another child, when I was in high school, they would be expelled. There are children seeking for teachers to have guidance and to have guidance on certain things. If they're being bullied in school, some of these kids are saying they want to unalive themselves because of the bullying. But yet, the school districts don't do anything to punish these bulliers who bully others. It's similar to what has happened in the anti-Scientology space. Nora does not control her chat. It's a proven fact. She has known trolls and known Scientology sympathizers in her chat. And I've exposed some of them. I'm going to continue to expose more. There are several people that used to be invited in that feel like they are no longer included in any space because it is harmful and toxic. I've seen this throughout the whole thing, throughout the whole movement. I'm going to be my authentic self, and I'm going to get spicy. And yes, teachers do have the right to teach the way that they need to teach, but yet the administrators are not allowing them to do this. I really suggest that there should be cameras in the classrooms so the parents can see how their children act in school. Because maybe then it would make a difference on the way that teachers are allowed to teach. Thank you and have a great night. Take time for your family and friends. I've seen an alarming trend in our country, and we just need to start supporting our teachers, because a lot of teachers that are quitting have had enough with the disrespectful behavior of children in their classrooms. Thank you and have a great night.